Jazz and Beyond and 702 in Cape Talk with me, Nothemba. And of course, we love this moment when we get to interact, engage and talk and explore a whole lot of topics with my guests. And you get to watch this conversation on YouTube and on our Prime Media Plus. And I'm very excited to introduce today's guest, who at last she has released her album. And I'm talking about Bokang Ramatlapeng, who we all know as an amazing vocalist, who's a beautiful songwriter and storyteller. And also I love her passion of highlighting her Sesotho heritage in her music. Bokang, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, Dumela? How are you? I'm so excited to be here.
No, happy to have you for the first time on Jazz and Beyond, even though we've talked in other platforms.
Yes.
But my goodness, thank you. At last, we have an album.
At last. It's just like it's been a long time coming, and I'm really grateful for the patience that everybody has had with me. It's been a where's the album? So
it's fine for us to be excited, but what is more important is just for you to having given birth at last to this baby.
Yes, I think that is actually really, really what it is, and I think I've been holding on to it because also I genuinely feel like at the time when I was creating the music, there was a lot of things going on in my personal life that I realized I needed to, really sit with that, and when this work comes out, I know exactly what I want to say and articulate it the best way I can. Because it is a baby, as you say, and you need to nurture it and make sure that when it comes out, you are also ready for what happens with that baby. You just let it go. You say, okay, the baby's ready.
And you must know that when it comes out, you can afford the napkins and the milk.
Yes,
and everything that goes with the responsibility of a child.
Yes, I love these. Yes, absolutely. I see it that way, and I like the fact that you see it that way too.
Because sometimes we like to. Funny enough, I was having a conversation with somebody on Monday who was saying to me that all the choices that we make have consequences, and responsibilities.
Absolutely.
And sometimes when you make these choices, it's a good choice at the time.
Yes.
Even good choices have consequences.
They actually do.
And responsibilities, And just when he reminded me of that, and I was like, actually, something may feel good now.
Yes.
But down the line, you may not know, the consequences of that choice.
Yes.
So, but for you, of course, the consequences of this choice is
good things.
Good things.
Yes, hopefully.
And would that then relate to why you call it Qalo?
Yes, it's
the beginning.
It's the beginning.
The first.
It's my first, and also just why I actually called it Qalo was because I see this as like the beginning of my songbook of introducing people of who am I. So it's an introduction of Bokang and the people that have made her, the matriarchs, her family, her clan, the prayers that have been prayed, the things that I've said, things that have broken me or things that have encouraged me to become who I am. So Qalo is like the beginning of who Bokang is. So I wanted to call it the prologue, Qalo, but then somebody was like, okay, this sounds like a book, and so you'd have to go on with that theme. But Qalo is the beginning of who I am, but obviously through song. And so I just put, some songs together that explain who I am, and bits and pieces of things that make me happy, or people that did make me happy, or things that have encouraged me or discouraged me over the time. Who Bokang genuinely is Qalo, the beginning of Bokang, I'd like to say.
I mean, for someone who may not yet know or who is coming across your music for the first time, we know you because you've released some singles before.
Yes.
like bana ba Nthabiseng.
Yes.
It's like now when I went to fetch you, I said, "Hey, ungana Nthabiseng." You've also released Water,
Yes.
you know, and then you've collaborated
A lot.
with a lot with other musicians.
Yes.
And where was I going with this statement I'm making? I was going somewhere, but I guess, yeah, for those who are listening to you for the first time, how do you think they not should? Okay, what were what your thought processes in saying you are introducing yourself, you know, to the world? So who is this person you're introducing? Kimang
Bokang.
Bokang.
Bokang ke ngwanana wa Nthabiseng pele, but also ke moradi wa bakwena ba Nkopane ba Mathunya, and also Bokang is also a very curious young girl that is, her story is a tale between the mountains of Lesotho Peka and Soweto Johannesburg. And so she's an inquisitive young girl that fell in love with music and had a sister that encouraged her to just continue with that journey. Bokang is also a very, bubbly person, and someone that is also, besides bubbly, I think I'm just genuinely, how I'd like people to be introduced to me besides the music part is being a cultural custodian. I really pray that would be something that the world will be introduced to, because I'm very passionate about history and wanting to know about where things come from. I'm just genuinely like, oh, where does that come from? And I want to read about it. I want to learn about it. I'm also very interested in other people's lives and learning about them. I could read an autobiography anytime of someone. So I'm genuinely like that kind of person. There's so many things to say about myself, but I'd like to say Bokang is, she's proud to be South African. She's proud to be African. And I'd like the world to know that through song, through how I articulate myself. And also definitely I'm going to make sure that it's how I also dress and how I carry myself. I think that is also something that I've learned from someone like you also, to just be really proud to be South African and, being...
Thank you.
Yes, it's, and so it's, there's so much to say about myself, but I think those are the themes I'd like to follow, a cultural custodian, a curious Black girl.
Still talking about yourself.
Yes.
What are the things that make you feel deep, that make you feel emotional?
Yeah.
Because I introduced you as a storyteller. Yes. So you're telling stories that you clearly feel a lot about. Like your first single, Bana ba Nthabiseng, that was a story about your sisters.
Yes.
You were telling us a story about that your sisters were the ones who looked after you when your mom passed on.
Yes.
And clearly that sense of appreciation of your family,
yes,
and of what they've done for you. You put that into song. I haven't asked you about Water, ne?
Oh, you have, but I can also delve into that.
I did ask you.
Not really. We haven't
spoken since Water. Water. I don't think we have spoken.
Yes.
So that's what then makes me say you're clearly a very deep emotional person.
Yes.
And those emotions are expressed in the stories you tell in your music.
So but I be saying, obviously, I think genuinely, besides being, I would like to call myself an empath, or someone that really does feel things deeply. If something really hurts me or something really excites me, I either write about it or I show it through my behavior. I'm really excited. I'm deeply, if I'm in pain, I'm really in pain about something. And so, because I'm a person that at home I tell people how I feel about something. I can't hold emotion in. And so that's why songs like Bana ba Nthabiseng were written, because I felt like that must be, I wanted to say it and talk about it. And so I'm glad that I'm in an environment where I can express myself freely. and talk about my emotions, whether I'm happy, whether I'm sad, and it's always encouraged to, I'm encouraged to do that.
Yeah.
So feeling deeply is not just an inward thing that happens for me. I'm glad that it's also something that I can do and express it.
Yes.
So that's why I was okay to be vulnerable enough to talk about Banaban Tabise and talk about what happened, losing my mom at 6 years old. And of course, seeing my sisters at 21 and 23 taking on this big responsibility of raising my twin and myself, Boko, So that for me till to this day is still impactful because I'm currently 29 and I always look at them and say, at 21, I was completely thinking about other things and you were really, both of you guys were thinking about nurturing and taking care of these young girls. And so I'm here sitting across from you and expressing my thoughts and talking about the things I love because of these women,
Yeah.
So that, of course, will come. I'll feel deeply about it because I am growing up every day and seeing the impact of their choices and how their choices have made me the woman I am today. And so it's difficult not to feel some sort of deep appreciation, especially as a Black child. Many of us are growing up without our parents. Some of us are raised by uncles, aunts, grandmothers.
Sure.
And so that's a story that can sort of be broken up. And I feel like those people are rarely spoken about in song or appreciated. We talk about our mothers and fathers through song, but we really talk about Malume that took you after his sister passed away, or you're talking about, that grandmother when her child, fortunately, something happened and it's like, no, so those people are still heroes, they're unsung heroes, I'd like to call them.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that song was also just an ode to those kind of people, So of course I'd feel very deeply. So I do.
You do feel very.
Yeah.
And with Qalo,
Yes.
you actually have a beautifully rearranged Banawan Tabisi. It just sounds so. What from your point of view, what did you want to do with the song?
This time around, I think Banaban Tabisi, the first time I wrote it, I was very raw. Like I wanted to just come out of it and just express how I felt. And so I was very nervous to do the reprise. I even told my producer, I'm like, hey, should I do this? It's like, no, you should try it. I mean, we haven't done it live with live horns. Let's see what we do. This time I wanted to take a quiet approach, and just really express the gratitude or just the maturity of my how do I say it? The maturity of the story and how I've grown also vocally.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to use that as, okay, let's take a quieter approach. And I can use my voice in a different way and express myself in a different way.
Yeah.
And I allowed then the instruments to tell the story for me this time. Because in the first part of Banaban Tabiseng, I took a solo, and there was this beautiful Basotho I chopped a bit of what they've done. I watched them live by So I took a video of them. I was like, I think this is beautiful. I'd like to put this in song. And so this time around, that was there and they could tell the story for me. So this time around, I took the quiet approach and allowed the horn player to take a beautiful solo. And for the piano, he used electric piano.
Who's the pianist? Man, I love him on your album.
It's actually, people know him as, he's a part of the neo-soul alternative music side. His name is Mosanhlapo, but people know him as MMK.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
There's a song he's done that's called Tembisa. A lot of people love it. Well, he's reharmed Ndate Andile Yenana's song. So, yes, he's
I know that song, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'm always tempted to play it here. I'm playing, But anyway.
On my show. I think I heard, apparently he said he enjoyed it. So, yeah, he did. So, he's Mosantlap was the one who actually took a solo there, but he's the one who produced the whole record.
Fantastic.
It's the first time he's actually producing an alternative jazz album. I took a risk with also just like delving into that space.
Yeah, I actually appreciate it when jazz standards are reworked in that way and reproduced, because then you're also letting the next generation
Sure.
into that space.
Wow. I'm definitely going to tell him that. He was so nervous till to this day.
Really? No, tell him that. No, absolutely. Because then they become more curious to go to what the original song sounded like. Then it directs them there.
And they always do go there.
Yes.
Always.
Absolutely.
So I love the fact that you say that. There's a continuum, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Chant.
Yeah.
You love sketching there.
Listen, if you had Oma Kuku Makatini as a vocal teacher, it's impossible to not love to take jazz solos. I mean, love it so much. But also I think it's a way to express yourself vocally. There's so much you can do with the voice. And I think she taught me that over the years, and I just fell in love with that. I mean, you've got Jasmine Horn as an example. She's shown what she can do with her range. Excuse me. And so that also just put me in that space to say, and Sia Makuzeni. I mean,
of course,
Jasmine Horn and Sia Makuzeni have been those ladies. I'm like, the voice can actually do so much. I don't always just have to sing or do the typical written
as an instrument.
Yes.
As a separate instrument.
Right.
Than one that has vocals or lyrics. But, it makes these strange sounds.
Right. And
that makes sense.
Yes. So I just love it. But also studying at school just made me fall in love with it, because now you're sitting with Charlie Parker solo, with John Coltrane solo, and so there's so much language in there, and so I take that language and I'm like, then I can just put that in my own song, because of course you're learning how to take that material that you've given to school and make it your own, and find ways to say, that's nice, I want to take that.
I'm terrible with remembering lyrics, so that's all I do. I just get my way through a song. As you're singing, I am just sketching along with you, because I know I'm not going to remember these lyrics, and do the same with some instrumental parts.
Yes.
But and you've got 2 parts to the song.
Yes.
Why did you? Yes, I see the different feel and mood into this chant song.
Yes. So the first part, the beginning of it, I wanted to talk about Kikopa, my clan, my ancestors, and the ones that are here and the ones that are not here, to be with me. And I'm talking about them. And also I'm handle asking them to guide me and to protect me and to take me through this journey of the life that I'm just currently walking in. And so that part, the beginning part, is just me. It's more of a meditation, mo ke thapelo. When I say ke re utlwa dithapelo tsa rona, I'm actually pleading and saying, listen to me, please. And I'm also pleading not only for myself, I'm asking for the part 2 that comes in, because I mentioned the people that are here and the ones that are not here. So the part 2 is more of a continuation to call out those people that are part of this clan. There are many of them, of course, in my entire family, and other people that are not my family, because of course Bakwena Bankopane, Matunya are from different parts of Lesotho or Free State that are not obviously my family. So
looks like the prayer is a theme in the songs.
Yes.
There's a lot of because there is a song called Prayer.
Yes.
And then there's also Marwali Fifi.
Yes.
Which is Dark Clouds.
Yes. That was experience.
Then there's Pina, then there's Boko. But I sensed a sort of prayer and requesting kind of, like help. I don't know if I'm right.
It's both. Like, I think that's actually quite an interesting way to think about it. I think that's why I said to you that when it took me that long, there was a period of my life at some point, which I think I'm free to talk about. It.
Yeah, please share so people can understand the kind of experiences that artists can go through. That can be so inspiring in the music and how they express their artwork. And it's just not that you just woke up and
No.
The clouds are dark. Sounds good. Let me do a song about it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll start with I actually wanted to call it the plea or prayers. I'm still between it. So why I wrote the prayers. I lost my daughter last year at 2 days old, actually. Yes, and so I mean, at 28,
so sorry.
Why would you bury your child? I think burying a child takes you in a space where it's like, okay, you're expecting, when you, as a mother, you expecting this bundle of joy, this person that's going to change your life. And my partner and I are, of course, together. We're talking about this life and we thinking about it, it's in total, my family, everyone. So when that obviously does not happen, and you have to sit with that for, a whole year, excuse me, and also just how she passed on was also so unfair in that way that it was not even, it had nothing to do with her per se. It had to do with, unfortunately, I think I don't even want to be controversial about the statement, but the state of where we are in our country in terms of healthcare, unfortunately, it's failed some of us, so I found myself there. But when she did,
was it because of negligence?
There was negligence to my daughter.
Speak it.
Yes, there was. There was.
If there was, there was.
There was. I was trying to move her to a private care, and on the way, they didn't give her enough oxygen on the way on her transit, and so by the time she got to the other hospital, she had passed on. So
I'm so sorry.
It was such a, I'm thinking, and I called, you're just like, okay, where is she now? And they were not answering. So by the time they called my partner, and he's thinking, oh, Ufitlile, she's arrived. And they're calling her to say no.
I cannot.
She's not here.
I cannot imagine that.
So I think both of us, I mean, we are young, we expecting. So I think that changed us completely, and it changed me specifically because I'm the youngest in my family to ever bury a child. So my sisters didn't even know what to do with me, to say, what do we say to her? So the prayers, I repeated the lyrics repetitively because there's just a moment where you do not know what to say to the heavens or to God, right? So I was pleading, I'm saying, will my prayers ever be answered from the above, right? So Maralu Fifi is also that period where it was just dark clouds.
Get it?
Because of course you're getting into the state of depression. Also, you feel like, did I fail? Did my body fail me? Because women, of course, always think it's our fault.
Sure.
Our kids don't. Because I did have a condition.
What was her name?
I had preeclampsia.
What? And her name?
Oh, her name. Sorry. Her name was Moyo Muhle.
Moyo Muhle.
Yes. Nturi saying is her first name, and then second name was Moyo Muhle. I wanted to name her Moyo Muhle, but it's part. My older sisters gave her Nturi saying, meaning she's coming from a family that prays, and then Moyo Muhle was. I wanted to call her beautiful spirit.
Beautiful.
Which then in turn became that, and then Pina. The other song Pina is acceptance. Of she's not here. An acceptance of just how beautiful life can be, regardless of how difficult like life can be.
Yeah.
It's still beautiful. Funny enough, you can still be sad, but it's still beautiful outside.
Yeah.
Beautiful things are still happening, and my career was still moving, and I went back to school, and I was like, but I'll be okay. I'm going to be okay.
Yeah,
so that quietness and the praying and the pleading was somehow the end of the mourning period. Also acceptance. Also Pina also is genuinely also accepting that my mom is also not here, because a lot of us hold on to that for a while. And so I'm letting go of that part. Okay, my mom is not here. My daughter's not here. That's the end of that. And it's okay. It's okay to stop mourning also.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of people feel guilty about that, but it's okay to say, I've mourned enough.
But you're healing. You know, you're healing from it, and I'm sure this project has helped you heal.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've learned a lot, and I think the delay for me was also very important, because I always felt like I needed to catch up with my peers. Also,
what lessons? When you say you've learned a lot, What are the important lessons that have come out of these experiences for
Sure.
you?
Firstly, work with people that like you specifically and your thoughts, how you think. What do you want to say? A lot of us young musicians find ourselves working with producers that want to take us where we didn't want to go initially. Work with somebody that gets the heart of your work. It's about if somebody knows your heart, it will be, you hear it in the music. You don't even have to say, this is what I wanted. You'll just be like, oh, this producer absolutely got what I needed to say. And also also likes your project and gets excited about it. That's something I learned, that you should work with someone that likes you and also likes the music and likes what you sound like. That's one lesson. 2, don't rush if you feel like you are not. I feel like a lot of us young musicians feel like we have to say something quickly.
You gotta be. They must see you all the time. You must be doing something.
I disappeared for a while. I haven't been in the scene. I haven't attended shows. And I felt bad about that for a while because I felt like I'm not being a fellow comrade and following my friends and going to their shows. But I realized that season actually was very necessary because in working, when you're creating a body of work, sometimes people's voices and people's opinions sort of deter you from where you're trying to go, especially because this is a spiritual thing.
And they come with spices you're not ready for.
Yes, and also because I'm experimenting with sounds. I mean, if you hear the music, there's a lot of electronic things going on, and I experimented a lot, and I got a bit of, like, so are you jazz or you not, or what are you? And I said, I'm Bokang, I think. So I think that's also something that I wanted to learn that I want to stand boldly with the sound I'm trying to create. I know it's a risk. Yes, probably it's a new thing that hasn't really happened, where you hear clan names on a jazz record like that with other things going on, and
like, so what?
So I think those are things I've learned, to stand true to what I'm trying to create.
You've learned that as well.
Yes, and not be afraid to stand on it and say, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And also one last thing. This country and this continent, there's so many beautiful things to unpack about us. And in this that I've, created and I'm about to continue to create is documentation of how beautiful Basotho are, how beautiful Africa are in general, and how important young people should document us. We should write about ourselves continuously, and not let somebody else do that for us, which is it happens quite often. And I'm realizing that I'd like that, to push that narrative, to continue to write about ourselves. And even if it means we're writing a book about how beautiful our hair is, or how beautiful our beads are, or where does it come from?
How beautiful our different skin tones and what's the range of the skin tones.
Exactly.
Some of us have pores, some don't.
Mama have freckles, and so I mean, that's something I also learned, and I'm about to get into that documentation part. And another thing is just learning my language correctly, because I did not know my clan names, and I felt, out of place. And the moment I did, I felt, wow, like I know. I can stand on it.
And you can be proud of it.
Yes,
as
and
well.
something I really enjoy about my fellow Nguni nation is that they know themselves, and I was inspired by them specifically,
Yeah.
You like Zoe Mudicha, someone like, Mambusi Mhlongo, Mamir Makeba, people that know those things, and Sis Tanusa Mazwai. So I took from that, and I realized, Basotho, but they're not in my space, so I'd love to.
And Basotho are probably appreciating you now that, listen, we have a voice that is representing us, that is projecting us as exactly as who we are.
Yes.
Not that some, wound down version, but a true one. As you say, even wanting to learn the language properly.
Yes.
Kind of thing. It contributes to that. The music industry has been, is a harsh place.
Very.
For young musicians. Then you add the female part of it, and then you add the style of music you want to do. Then you add the fact that there are so many of Bokangs who want to who want this to be in this space.
Yes.
How have you navigated that?
Sure, that's a beautiful question. I think I've tried not to make those things that you've mentioned an obstacle. Because I think I used to think like that a couple of years ago, where I thought being a female would stop me, or the music I'm creating would deter me from what I'm trying to do. I'm here, and this gift is here, and I'm not asking to use it. I am going to use it, and I'm not going to allow those. Clearly, there are sometimes obstacles. And when they do come, I of course find myself, feeling a bit okay. I can't navigate through it, right? But I realize that no, but these things are there, and if I look at them as obstacles, then I will not navigate through anything in life in general. Even if I left this platform and went to corporate or whatever, there's other factors that will come with that.
These are more just challenges for you to overcome.
Of course. And so when I see them, sometimes it means that, okay, all right, this is an obstacle. Being a woman, all right, this is an obstacle. Okay, I'm a young musician, or I'm experimenting with jazz and neo soul and all these other things. People will say this, but of course people will speak, whether it's good, whether it's bad. And so in that space, I'm obviously teaching myself to stay true to myself and what I want to do with those obstacles. It's never going to be easy. But that's why when I did call myself Her Own Skin a couple of years ago, was a defiant. I was trying to be defiant in that, Leskang sitisa, don't get in my way because of opinions that you have about me.
And also try and box me into
exactly
because of how you hear me sound, or how I look, or what you think I should or shouldn't, kind of things.
Yes, because I'm not doing that to anybody else. So I think it's also something that we do a lot with other artists, where if somebody goes into a different phase, genre, or into a different era of themselves, or the fashion changes, or whatever the case may be, or
it's like, oh, she cut her hair. Why would she cut her?
Exactly.
Why not?
But also just generally allow people to just go through whatever they need to go through, because we're never the same every year or every month.
And you don't know anybody's story. You just see what you see.
Exactly.
You don't know what they are doing, why they do what they do.
Exactly.
Do you? And you know why you're doing you.
Exactly.
Which is gonna be very different.
Yes.
Are you performing this album already?
I have performed it last week Wednesday, actually, at Umanyanowe Jazz takeover
Lovely,
at Weekly Texture, and
lovely.
so they really responded to it so well, especially the chant.
I am not surprised.
Once I said the clan names, I was like, what? It was an eruption of, and I didn't expect that. So,
but do you think that's the movement in the jazz audiences, especially the young audiences who are also into appreciating and acknowledging the legacy and of their parents or their grandparents and the ancestry.
Yes,
I'm noticing that.
Why it is because that's why I love history so much, and I would call it a cultural custodian, is because we realize that wafelwa, yes, we can be young, but sometimes you realize that youth comes with, like, you don't know everything. And so then you realize when you go back and you ask questions and you sit down with your grandmother, you sit down with your grandfather, they tell you things that happen then it's connected to how you move and how you behave, and it's like it's a continuum, right?
Which also makes you even more realize, I don't know nothing.
Exactly. And I appreciate the fact that I don't know nothing, so that it gives me an opportunity to go and find out something.
Sure.
And so that's what a lot of us young people are doing, to say, I don't know, so I'm going to find out. And that's what I did with my uncle last year during Christmas. I said, before you go write those clan names, I need you to write them down, so that I can, if I know I'll get married, and when I do, these clan names of course will stay with the other Bagwenas, and I'll become Mrs. Mang Mang, and I'm going to go ask my husband, so what's Tagazelo, Lagini, whatever. So I can give it to the children. But what I'm basically saying is that young people are aware of the fact that we do not know something. And I love the ones that are humble enough to go and find out. And we then we where we are right now in the music space, where you hear these echoes that are being mentioned and people acknowledging that we don't walk alone on this earth.
Sure.
And you go with people that are here and also that are not here, and they're interceding on your behalf. Good things. I would like to hope.
Talking about good things.
Yes.
2026 is coming.
Yes.
What are your wishes? What do you wish to happen in 2026?
Okay.
Can
I boldly say it?
Let's put it to the universe so that the universe can grant you this blessing.
All right. Number 1, my dream is to be on the Joy of Jazz stage. 20, please. Oh, that's a dream. To win a couple of awards for this work.
Yes.
I really pray that will happen. Besides just accolades, genuinely to just inspire a lot of people. That's my genuinely
perform a lot.
Absolutely. Perform the work. And to be, a part of, to be, I don't want to just want to be a legend. I don't want to just be that. It's not a thing that I worry about, but I just want to be that 2026 wish to be remembered, or to be a part of I made somebody's year, and I encourage someone to go and find out about themselves, and to document about themselves. That's a hope for me, that 2026, beautiful. When they hear it, and that's I've made your year. More stages, like stage. And graduation. I'm graduating next year, so that's
you're graduating.
I'm putting it that it's done, because I'm writing an exam soon. So
yeah. Listen, all the best with all these things that you're doing, the album.
Thank
Congratulations for at last releasing it. And a beautiful soundtrack for us.
Thank you.
Especially as, I'm so glad you told the story of what happened, because we can then even connect to the music even more. And I'm sure a lot of people will be very inspired by the music. And all the best with your studies.
Thank you.
And wishing you all the awards you deserve and the performances in 2026.
Thank you.
And of course, we're happy you have joined us for the first time on Jazz and Beyond.
Yeah.
Where you come for the jazz and you stay for a good time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bokang Ramatlapeng, thank you.
Come for the jazz and stay for the good times.
On Jazz and Beyond with Nothemba Madumo.
On 702 and Cape Talk.